Welcome to WKRP Montrose, a radio station masquerading as a podcast about Montrose, Colorado and the Western Slope, recording live from the Clearnetworx studio in downtown Montrose, Colorado. All right, everybody, welcome to another clearly interesting people with Clearnetworx and WKRP. Rob, my co-host over there, has already started the fight this morning, so it's a little feisty in the Clearnetworx studio this morning. Yeah, you got something to say now? Come on, bring it. I'm going to show you guys at Clearnetworx, like, this is how you, if you want to start, like, some office politics, just come see Uncle Dennis. I'll walk you through on how to do some of this.
You're now a creepy old man.
I am definitely not a creepy old man. I am old. I was going to say
Dennis. Old. You look more like Uncle Fester.
I mean, that might be true, too, the bald head. Why do you go with the obvious jokes? Can you not be more creative? Like, come on. Like, you're like...
I don't want to blow my whole wad, like, early on in this
That's
thing.
true. That's true. Save a little bit for later. Anyway. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, quick shout out to Montrose High School basketball.
Hey,
they
congratulations.
won last night against Durango. And
moving on.
Yeah.
Past the Sweet 16.
I was there. Super basketball fan was not. He was doing something else, sat on the couch probably. He's a glory hunter. He'll be there for the next game.
I will be. Probably. I'll be for the big game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll show up when it counts, man. Exactly. Yeah. All right. You guys got to get there first.
Speaking of showing up when it counts, Tanner was early today.
Yeah, Tanner was super early. So are you going to introduce him? You just, I'll throw to the shot. Hey, Tanner, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on. Clearly interesting people with Clearnetworx. You've got a very important role within the company. And so basically any designated new area that you're going into, that's your job.
Yeah, and a lot of it is not only that, pretty much anything that has to do with outside of our office, building internet to homes, I'm in charge of currently. So even once we have built those towns, we still need to hook those humans up. And, towns are always constantly growing. So that job never ends, even after we're done with that project. So
Right. So just to go back one step, so Tanner, how do you pronounce your surname?
Broughton.
Tanner Broughton, and you are the project operations manager, and we have in parentheses excavation and construction.
Yep.
So you're...
Do you get to drive the big stuff?
Yeah.
Do you get to, like the excavator?
I don't. I'm a desk jockey like you guys.
Oh.
I came from the field.
All
so
right.
Hey, hold on a second.
We're going to get to the hat in a minute.
The blue collar?
Yeah.
I do like that. I resemble that remark.
Right.
But
I see what you did.
It does feel
That was actually an intentional joke on your part.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often. Usually, that's what I'm saying.
You know what? You ruin the joke when you call it out.
I know, but I'm just so proud. I'm so proud that you made an actual joke and thought about it instead of just messing up a word.
We were talking about this before we got started. What are the team dynamics like in Clearnetworx, especially with the field team? Do you guys are you good, supportive people that like try to help develop each of the new people that come onto the team, or is it a little bit of like high school football? Like if you mess up, you're gonna get called out. Like we're gonna give you a hard time. Is it camaraderie or is it hazing? Or is there a little bit of both?
I think it's a mixture of the two. One thing working with Doug, I come from multiple different backgrounds. I worked in a coal mine for quite a while.
Oh, wow.
I was a contractor doing construction for internet all across the nation. So I really come from like a production background where it's like, employees are almost a tool. And if that tool doesn't work, we find a new tool. So I came from that world, but then I come into this new world of Doug's world, and he's just such an amazing human. He's made a large impact on me. So as a manager, it's like almost situational awareness on who you're dealing with.
Right.
You can't treat every single human.
Right,
you cannot manage every single human the same way.
Yep.
They don't respond the same way. So, there's definitely, I have guys I ride like a rented mule, and then there's other guys that, you have to, be more easy on and figure out those situations. And I think that's what makes a good manager, though, is figuring out those situations and, really bringing what you need to the table at that time.
Right.
Well, it sounds like you're in a, well, first of all right, let me just say, there was an expectation. Other people told us, hey, wait till you get to, hey, don't look at your watch. You got to be here.
It was the boss man.
I don't care. Doug, hey, listen, when they're here in the studio,
Yeah.
they're mine. That was a you line. You're more like that than I am. I was in the middle of trying to give you props.
Thank you.
Like, people told us, hey, you're really going to enjoy Tanner.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, I really liked that answer. It was honest and direct. And I love the fact that, yes, Doug is that guy that we all kind of aspire to be like. He does try to treat everybody like family.
Absolutely.
But also, I think as a former coach, I hear that kind of coaching mentality too. Like, the players that that expect you. By the way, I know you said ride them like a rented mule.
Right.
But I used to have players that expected me, like they needed me to get on them to do better.
Absolutely.
And they always rose to that occasion. And then other people, I needed to pull them along a little bit,
inspiration, those kind of things.
Like let them know, like, I expect you to do better, and I know you can, and I'm going to show you how.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Do you have that, out when you're out working with the guys? Like, I mean, I live for banter. I mean,
Yeah, you love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's ingrained into who I am and like where I'm from. But like, the expectation is when you're out on any kind of construction site or doing hard work, it's like doctors who have dark humor, right? When you're doing certain jobs, you kind of, you perhaps say things or make jokes that perhaps you wouldn't make in the company of other people.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, daily. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And again, it's you got to be careful, right? Like, you got to get close to that line.
Yeah.
You have to. That's why it's fun.
Agreed.
A friend of mine sent me a meme the other day, and he said it was kind of when you accidentally send a joke to like this group of friends when it was really meant for the other group of friends, and you're like, oh no, I just outed myself with this dark humor. But
Well, is that a little bit like, is that established? Are those type of jokes and those type of communication, is that establishing kind of trust? Like, I know I know I can trust you with some of this stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
I think one, you mentioned family. That's one thing I preach daily is like, I see half these guys more than I do my kid,
Right.
Yeah. Like, and then with family comes loyalty. And loyalty is huge to me. Mm-hmm. The more loyal you are to me, the more loyal I am to you, the more effort I put back into you.
Right.
So, I mean, that is absolutely huge to me. And that not only in the workplace, but as a man, just in general,
yeah, it's important, right? Like you look after each other, whether it's friends or family or colleagues. It just makes for a better work environment, and the work gets done, and people respect you because they're like, I know if I need some leeway, I'm going to get it from Tanner, but I got to work hard in the meantime. No, it's important.
Well, I also want to make sure that we get a chance to know you a little bit better too. So you're a guide, a hunting guide.
Yes, sir.
Is there specific, like, what do you specifically guide for in hunting? Are we talking elk? Are we talking like mountain lion, big game? Like, what are we talking about?
So as of right now anymore, now that I have a family, I've kind of dialed back from that, you know, having a full-time job doing what I'm doing.
Right.
And then when hunting season comes, I'm working 40, 50, 60 hours a week on the weekends on my days off to manage that. So I've really kind of dialed that back. But currently it's deer, elk, and bear. I have guided quite a few like lion hunts. One of my good friends growing up, that's what he did. So, I mean, I've been a part of, many of those adventures. But, I'm really starting to, that was like who I was as a human for such a large part of my life. If you said my name, everybody was like, oh, the hunter. And then, and really I'm trying to find happiness in other places now with my family. I just bought a new house, which we're excited about, a little farm. So I'm really kind of transitioning into that next stage of my life of really being the family man, being there for my family. I can't spend those hours away from my family.
Is the hunting, couldn't you flip this? Like, why did you come to Clearnetworx instead of that? I mean, would you want to be the hunting guide full time if it was possible, or is it just seasonal? There are issues.
Hunting is my passion in life. I think about it every single day of my life. But one thing you realize once you start being a guide, that will actually ruin that love.
Right.
You know, literally, I'm a babysitter for adults while hunting.
Yeah.
And that gets old. The cool thing about me being in it, I'm 38 now, but I've been doing it since I was like 19. I've really built a great set of clientele. I'm booked for the next 3 years. I don't have to look for anybody. I don't have to go chase the money. I have the same awesome guys coming back year after year, booking next year, you know. So I really don't have to put too much work into it.
Right,
it just falls into place, and it's
Right. So you found that sweet spot.
absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit before we kind of, these are short, we're kind of getting towards the end, but let's talk a little bit about your family. What do you got children now?
Yeah. So my wife, it's kind of cool. So I moved here when I was 9 years old. We moved into a little farm, and my wife was my neighbor when we moved here. So she had 3 sisters. She was the youngest. She was the same age as my sister as well. So she was like the young one.
Yeah.
And so I've known her and her family for over 20 years, and just the world worked out. So, 15, 20 years down the road, that reconnection. So we've been married almost 3 years now. We have a 2-year-old boy named Tuck. And then I have a little girl on the way, Charlie, Chuck. So I got Tuck and Chuck. She'll be here right around Mother's Day.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Being a dad to a daughter is going to absolutely change your life.
I'm so excited about it. My wife was always, because I guess I'm a manly man, and she assumed I just wanted boys. Right. But I've always wanted a girl from day one. I think it would benefit me as a human to have a little bit of that in my life.
Yeah. It does. It changes you. Like my daughter's almost grown now, and if she happens to see this, you're not grown. I'm just saying that for the reference to everybody else.
She's a woman now.
Right? Yeah, she's.
But you don't want to accept that.
No, she's my little girl. Yeah. She'll always be my little girl, and that is the cool part about being a dad to a daughter is you'll have that connection, which is cool. I'm excited to hear you say that too. You've got the hat on. And before we go into the quick questions, I want to jump into the hat. Now, nobody can see it because it's behind your glasses, but it says support blue collar.
Yes, sir.
Even though you admitted to being a desk jockey 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What does blue collar, what does that word mean to you? What does blue collar mean to you?
Just the working man. I mean, blue collar makes this world go around every single day.
Yep.
I mean, if blue collar went on a strike for a week, the whole country would fold.
Absolutely.
I mean, power would be out, everything.
Mm-hmm.
The people that make this world go around every single day. And that's one cool thing as me in my position is I started in the field I've done almost every job these guys are doing that work for me. So, I understand their downfalls, the pressure, all of the things that they're dealing with daily, and I think that just makes me a better manager,
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It's so important if you're going to manage people in a position, you need to have some experience. Otherwise, you're just shuffling papers and not actually appreciating what you're doing.
Agreed.
I mean, I think it's just so common for people who don't have any experience in a job to be like, oh, this sounds like it works on a spreadsheet. Mm-hmm. But there are people involved in this.
I think the biggest thing for me for blue collar, one of the reasons why I liked it in your hat, caught my attention, is blue collar to me is basically people that take pride in a job and don't look for attaboys.
Right.
Like they don't need it.
Just hardworking fellas.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, when I know the blue collar people, the people that I would consider blue collar, they come home at the end of the day and their satisfaction is internal. Like they know what job they did and they're good.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about people that I think would consider themselves blue collar is there's a self-confidence there that like, I know what I'm doing. I know that I put the work in or I didn't today. Right. And you don't have to say anything about it because if I didn't, I bet you tomorrow I am, They know better than anything. So I love that about that.
Yeah. They also don't have smooth hands like you typically.
Yeah, I got baby hands. Little soft baby hands. Yeah. That's okay. You didn't hurt my feelings. That's okay. I'm not the guy going on the guide trip. I would be the guy that was like, hey, call me. I'll drive my side-by-side up to wherever you're at. And you just hand me the rifle at the last second.
Dennis wants to go glamping, not hunting.
Actually, that's not even true either. I wouldn't want to shoot. I wouldn't mind being there for the moment, and especially if it's like, you know, I'm one of those guys. If I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to hunt it. You know, and actually, I'd rather pay you to go hunt it and just bring me the meat. So you're not going to hurt my feelings that way. All right, it's quick fire time.
Quick fire
We're
time.
past time for it to be
right.
quick fire time.
10 questions. Quick fire. Don't think about it. Just answer them. And then we'll go from there. Question number 1. What's your favorite word?
Oh, come on. There's one you use in the field every day. I know it.
Thinking.
Boy, don't you know nothing? That's a one that my dad used to say to me all the time. Boy, don't you know nothing?
Yeah. I'm always talking about like filling holes, and everybody gives me crap about it because there could be jokes made about that. You know, you have a gap in this area, so I'm always talking about we need to fill that hole, you know, those kind of things.
All right. We'll make it into a phrase. Next question. What sound or noise do you love?
Probably, you know, geese flying over my house.
All right. I like that. What motivates you?
My family, and like I just have this internal fire in myself to be a good human.
Great question. Great answer. I mean, what's your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Ooh,
all right,
man after my own heart. There,
right.
Italiano. Is hot dog a sandwich?
No.
No. All right.
How many holes does a straw have?
2.
That's so confident. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? Something you haven't done, but you'd love to.
You know, my favorite part about my job is building humans, raising other humans around me. So anything like that, helping people. I've coached Pee Wee football. I love that. Just growing, molding humans, you know?
I like it.
I like it. What's the one job you absolutely would not want to do?
I worked in, I was a waiter for 3 months. It was the worst job I ever had. And I worked in coal mines and stuff, you know? I hated being, you know, a food, you know, person.
Service industry is another one of those. Like you either can do it or you can't.
Oh, it wasn't for me.
That's tough work. What's your guilty pleasure?
Probably nicotine.
Oh, yeah. All right. And you're up. Last one.
Is it the okay? So, and we phrase this intentionally to include everybody.
Yeah.
If heaven exists and you're walking up to the pearly gates, what do you hope? What do you hope is the first thing you hear from God?
Just that he was proud of me, you know?
That's great.
I like it.
I'm sure that he will be when that day comes, Tanner, because I'm really impressed. I think that I'm grateful to have you sit on the really nice couch here.
With your feet easily touching
the ground. Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't happen with everybody.
He's a big man with big aspirations. I like it.
With a big heart.
With a big heart. Yeah. Don't let people know that. Don't keep that behind the, you know, in the sleeve.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I told my daughter. That's the thing. She goes, you know, I wonder what people would think of you if they knew that you were a big softie, because apparently her impression of me is that everybody's intimidated by me.
Right.
And,
well, it's funny at work too, because I am the guy that helps everybody and there for everybody. But man, you should see guys scatter like quail when I come around a corner. There's a fear that an aura around me.
A healthy fear, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
just keeping you on your toes, making sure.
A little bit of that is not terrible. I
agree.
think.
Not at all.
Keep them on their toes.
Is there? All right. So, how long have you been with Clearnetworx?
April will be 5 years now. I've been doing this almost 12.
So
that sounds like some kind of bonus situation.
Yeah.
Doug. Yeah.
Hey, Doug. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. A lot of people like Tanner. All right. Do you want to end the show with either a Dougism, so something that you always relate to Doug, or that Doug does,
and then everybody else is going to go, "Yep, he definitely does that."
Or what would Doug do moment? Is one, and then what were the other ones that we have?
Well, the other one, you can call somebody out.
Oh yeah. Give somebody a shout out
come on,
in the company. You got a choice. You can choose between those 3.
Okay.
Or you can do them all if you're just really ambitious.
Yeah. So one thing I will say is I have created the What Would Doug Do throughout our company. We have bracelets running around.
Yeah.
And that's because of me. You know, he's done so much for me just as a human and who I am and how I react. So constantly when I'm talking to other managers, you know, I'm always putting myself in Doug's shoes and playing the devil's advocate for him. So, you know, it's always, you know, with Doug, the only bad thing I would ever say about the guy is he's too nice, you know? And if that's the worst thing you can say about a human, like,
That's pretty
what can
good
you
going,
complain
right?
about?
Yeah.
So, like, in reality, you know, if we're talking about a situation or whatever, you're always going to be on, you know, the employee's side, you know, them as a human. We really look at them as not so much employees, but again, as family members. How can we help them, you know? And
Yeah.
that's really the Dougism of, like,
It's the ultimate
how can
Dougism.
you know, make that human better?
Right.
Like, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like,
All right.
That's a great.
That's a great
I
round.
feel like that's a great insight to Doug, because I'm a bit more of a tough love dad.
right. Me too.
And I could never see Doug in that position. I
No,
just can't.
He's just, I mean, he's the nicest human I've ever
Yeah.
met.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
Well,
A little tough love every once in a while, Doug.
Doug,
Come
yeah.
on. There's a challenge for Doug.
hey, it's working for him.
It is working for him. What am I? Who am I to change something that's wildly successful?
How dare you?
How dare I? Yeah. All right. Okay. Tanner, it was a pleasure to talk to you. It was good to get to know you. I hope this isn't the last time we get a chance to chat. This has been another episode of clearly interesting people with Clearnetworx and WKRP. Rob, you got anything to say before we leave?
Nope.
Anything smart, intelligent?
Go Red Hawks.
Go Red Hawks. That wasn't not bad. Not bad. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.